Returns, surprises, chaos, war games. Monday Night Raw had everything. Hello, my friends. My name is Travis. Thank you for watching this video, giving this channel a chance. I'm all out of sorts right now after this Monday Night Raw we just watched. So much happened. Chaos, returns, surprises. I mean, it was everything you wanted on a Monday Night Raw, and they crammed it all in there for our entertainment, and man, it was worth it. First of all, the thing that everybody's going to be talking about the most is the return of Dolph Ziggler. Yes, it was probably for one night, but who cares? It was so fun. It was amazing to watch. And you know what? Not to brag, and to flex a little bit, but your boy called it. And I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh, we all knew or we all called it. No, it wasn't a unanimous thing. A lot of people were saying Joe Hendry. I actually had people comment on my prediction post saying, we all know it's going to be Joe Hendry. So if you all knew it was going to be Dolph, how could you all know it was going to be Joe Hendry? That's not how this works. If you're wrong, say you're wrong. If you were fooled, you were fooled. Me, however, your boy said Dolph Ziggler. I laid it all out, and exactly the way it happened is how it happened. So a little bit of a flex. That's why you got to follow this channel. You got to subscribe to this channel because sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Ziggler shows up. He gets that nice match with Solo Sikoa. I thought it was a fun match. And you know what? I don't even care that Dolph lost that match. And it made sense that Dolph lost, especially after Zack Ryder lost. WWE wants to bring in these people who have a history with John Cena in the past. And Ziggler and Ryder definitely do. But it's nice to have them in there for a one-off. If they were to win, that means they would have to keep showing up week after week in this tournament. And they're still contractually obligated to TNA. So it wouldn't make sense for WWE to do that. Well, maybe Ryder's not with TNA anymore, but I know Dolph Ziggler is, so happy surprise there. Very glad to see it. And then while we're on the topic of surprises, we got to throw out the other surprise that happened. AJ Lee showing up, which again, not to toot my own horn here, but your boy called this one too. I had a feeling Maxine, when she was told Adam Pearce that she had to call somebody, I had a feeling it was going to be AJ Lee, and then I also said that AJ Lee was going to help Maxine win this damn match. She did. Maxine Dupree is our new Intercontinental Women's Champion. Happy for her. She's put in the work. She's done a lot to make herself better in that ring. Now, I'm not saying she's the best or the most perfect wrestler in the world. She's not. But she's done a lot, and I think her hard work does need to be rewarded, and there you go. She gets rewarded at Madison Square Garden. She gets to beat Becky Lynch. She becomes champion. She has AJ Lee raise her arm. Like, Maxine, what a night. That's a career night for her. Now, as far as what goes forward after this, I don't think she holds that title on for too much longer. That's sad to say, unfortunate to say. If she does, great. I just don't think she will. But if she does, happy for her. I still think that she'll lose it pretty soon. And while we're on this topic of it, since Maxine won, the other half of my prediction of that would be that AJ Lee and Becky Lynch would be the final participants in the women's War Games matches. If Charlotte Flair stuck around and wanted to be in the match because she was backing out before, it looks like Charlotte is going to be in the War Games match. So that one last final spot would definitely go to AJ Lee, and it works beautifully. And to further that, Rhea Ripley came up to AJ Lee backstage and said, hey, can we talk? And AJ said, sure. So this is where this is leading. I'm happy about all of this. This War Games, Survivor Series, the card in general, is going to be an amazing one to watch. On top of the War Games matches, we get a Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena rematch at Survivor Series for the Intercontinental Championship. I love the way this all played out. Dominic said, we're not doing it on your terms anymore. We got to face each other in your hometown last week. Now we're going to face each other in my hometown at Survivor Series next weekend. So I think this is great. This is great. I think Dominic wins that title back at Survivor Series, and I think he gets help from maybe Liv Morgan. Speaking of help, though, I wonder why, and it's one of those things that it shouldn't bother me, but it kind of does. Why would Finn Balor and JD McDonough all of a sudden now show up to have Dominic Mysterio's back on this Monday Night Raw? Because they did. They showed up, no questions asked. There was no convincing. There was nothing. There was nothing there. It's like Dominic just had them have his back. And after what? Weeks now where Judgment Day hasn't been there to help Dominic Mysterio win matches, they all of a sudden now have his back during this segment. And of course, it was probably just to get this one last match in there for Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio teaming up with them for the 6-man tag. I shouldn't let it bother me, and I'm not going to, but it is something. If you want to be nitpicky, it kind of doesn't make any sense. Why would Balor and JD finally show up now of all times to help Dominic Mysterio win? Especially when it looks like Finn and everybody's kind of pushing Dom out of Judgment Day, or at least trying to. So I don't know. I think overall it was just to get the 6-man tag in there, and maybe we can continue on with the story of the Judgment Day after this. But yeah, it was a cool 6-man tag. That was John Cena's final match on Monday Night Raw ever. Crazy. And it was with Sheamus and Rey versus the Judgment Day. I liked it. A lot of people probably wanted to see something else. I would have liked to see a Finn versus John Cena match. Would have been cool. Or like a Sheamus even versus Cena, even though they're both faces. I thought that'd be fun. But I'm happy with what we got. It was a cool 6-man tag. It was a fun 6-man tag. And I got to see Cena mix it up with JD and Finn, also with Rey and Sheamus and Dom. So it works out. It's nice. It's a cool little thing. That's definitely going to be a trivia question later on, though. Who was John Cena's final match, or what was John Cena's final match on Raw ever? And that's going to be a kind of a cool one to call back to. Can I mention something that I don't know if a lot of people are going to like talking about? There's probably going to be people who get on me or say that I complain or to give it time. Like that's like a normal thing you hear now with people. I don't understand Bayley's character right now. I don't. I know she's supposed to be switching back and forth between her different personas. I understand that part of it. What I don't understand is, I don't know what Bayley is on the screen or which one is talking at any given time. I don't know what triggers her to switch back and forth into these different characters. That part I don't understand. What's the trigger? What's the thing that happens? Like, I thought it was when Lyra smacked her in the face during a match when she channeled a different character. Okay, I can get behind that. I could see that. But just like backstage, whenever, I don't know what it is with Lyra and her. There's no like key words. There's no key actions that happen. There's no specific trigger that makes Bayley snap into a different character. You kind of just have to kind of guess or go along with what she's saying to kind of like be like, oh, okay, this must be the hugger, or this must be the ding dong hello Bayley. This must be this one. Like that part I don't understand yet, and I don't know if it's a failure on WWE's part, or maybe I just got my hopes too high for this character, but I feel like this is becoming a little bit of a flop unless we do something drastic here to kind of get people back on board with the whole Bayley character thing. While we're at it, let's talk about something else that kind of bothered me. Raw was fantastic, so it sounds weird that I'm complaining about a lot of things. The Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer segment, if you want to call it that, was so awful. Like the crowd did not care in the slightest. Did not care. There was no reaction. You could hear a pin drop. Even when Nikki attacked Vaquer from behind, there was no pop, there was no reaction, and then when she got on the mic, the crowd didn't even care. They didn't cheer, they didn't boo, they did nothing. It was silence in that arena. I am baffled how bad that was, and I feel bad for Vaquer. I hope this doesn't hurt her. I hope this doesn't hurt her reign or the interest people have in her. It's just, it goes to show that WWE doesn't really have a big heel for Vaquer to face on Raw right now. That's believable. That's why they got Nikki there, a legend. Like, they got her, a Hall of Famer in there, because there's no one else to make it believable. And that's WWE's fault. But man, that was brutal to watch. I don't like to use the word that much, but I was sort of cringing at it a little bit. Quick little note, Gunther's got his theme song back, his OG theme song, which I love, by the way. He had a great match with Javon Evans. Javon Evans has got such a crazy, amazing future ahead of him. I'm probably using all the wrong weird word combinations to describe it, but Javon Evans is going to be the future of this company. He is unbelievable. And for him to show up at Madison Square Garden, face a guy like Gunther, to hang in there in that match, to put up one hell of a fight, to get some great offense in there, to take a beating, and he's doing this all in New York, live on Monday Night Raw. I mean, this, on his debut on Raw, like, this was chef's kiss. Unbelievable. I wasn't expecting him to win the match. I don't think a lot of people were. But he looked so great in that match. He proved that he's able to hang in there and put on great matches on Monday Night Raw. He's going to be unbelievably great in his career. Sky's the limit for him. And even that might be, I might be missaying that too. I mean, he's going to be amazing. I'm happy that Javon got that time to shine. But we have to talk about Gunther in this tournament. I don't think Gunther's losing this tournament. Now that we know what all the superstars in the bracket are, now that we know what the surprises are or were, I don't see Gunther losing this tournament. You could even have Gunther go into the finals with LA Knight if you want to. That way, it's kind of a big match for LA Knight. And again, LA Knight will probably lose it because Gunther will probably beat him in that final to face John Cena, which then can further what I was saying about LA Knight before, the frustration building for LA Knight, always coming so close and falling short. And I think all of that can lead to hopefully a heel pipe bomb or a heel kind of character out of LA Knight. Eventually, I think that's where we're leading or heading. So, I'm going to pick Gunther for this tournament now that we know all the members in it. And but man, Javon Evans, hats off to you. He killed it. Men's War Games, looks like we're set. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, they showed up on Monday Night Raw, so now we got our teams for both the Men's War Games. Actually, both War Games is looking like it's pretty much locked in, both the women's and the men's. And I'll tell you what, these are going to be, the Men's War Games match is going to be probably one of the best we've seen. This is going to be a really good War Games match, I feel like. This got potential to be a very good War Games match. And I think the women's too. But the men's, the star power in here, I mean, Cody, you got CM Punk, you have Brock Lesnar, you have Roman, Jey Uso, Jimmy, Bronson, Braun Breaker, Logan. I mean, this is going to be unbelievable. I can't wait for it. I thought it was funny though. At the end of the night, those police officers, they got New York's finest out there in like the cheapest cop uniforms I think I've ever seen. They definitely went to Party City or Spirit Halloween and grabbed some off the clearance shelves. Those police pants were paper thin. It was funny to watch, but and then Roman spearing police officers. That's assault, brother. You can go to jail for that. But it was chaos to end Monday Night Raw, but it looks like the War Games matches are going to be locked in, and I'm ready. I'm hyped for it. It was a great Raw. Great returns, great surprises, and I'm looking forward to Survivor Series. All right, my friends, I appreciate you. Please give this video a like. It does me a huge favor. It really does. I want to get this video out there to people who don't know about this channel because we want to get WWE fans to join this channel and join our community. That's all we want here. We want to have this place bumping, flooded with WWE fans. So please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. I will see you on the next video. Until we yeet again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.